morning, B Stav Fishing Nation. It is Saturday, September 10th. Wow, unbelievable. So, long and short, I am headed out into the back channels just because there's no way I'm going out front. We still got some seriously rough seas. High tide is at about 8:30 to 8:50, so I'm going to try for Tog and Sheepshead to get the day started. And then from there, I'm going to fish the top of the outgoing tide for flounder. Right now, water temperature is 71.6 degrees. Surprisingly warm for what I thought would have been pretty cold with all this northeasterly blow. So, let's get out there. Let's go get them. Got 2 dozen green crabs. I'm sure we're not going to use them all, but it's nice to have, you know, have them, not need them, than need them and not have them, right? So, all right, guys, let's get out there. Let's go give it hell Rydell. Like, subscribe, say your prayers to the man upstairs. Go fishing. And good luck to everybody in the Atlantic City Saltwater Anglers Club that I belong to. They're in a surf fishing tournament today on Avalon Beach. Good luck, guys and girls. Well, I finally brought the drone out and actually tried to add some footage. And normally I bring it and I'm like, no, I'm just going to go fishing. I don't want to play games with this thing. But I had some time before the very top of the tide because it was really rushing. So I figured let's add some drone footage, kick things up a notch. If there's anything to learn from this drone footage, it's that water is brown. It looked like chocolate soup. Not good. Fishing, here we go. Coming up, listen, there's no hiding this. This is the Causeway Bridge here in in Avalon. You see everybody and their mom parked over there, out in their kayaks, out wading, out in their boats. We got a couple people on the bridge already. Let's give it a shot. This is what it's all about, you know. Caught a little flack from a kayaker one day about, you know, he just doesn't like the fact that I'm out here doing what I'm doing. Anybody, you know, any YouTube guys doing what they're doing, but it is what it is. Listen, he has his right to his opinion. I have the right to mine, and I'm going to come out here and I'm going to catch fish and make videos and have fun with everybody. So let's give this a shot. We still got a little bit of tide here, so this is going to be a little interesting. The tide hasn't quite stopped yet. It should be stopping almost momentarily, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we got going on. All right, stick with us. Let's get this trolling motor down. Spirit of showing you guys what to do, we're going to show you how I set up here. So I'm creeping my way up. It's still somewhat of an incoming tide, right? So I'm going to spot lock right here. I'm going to spot lock and see which, oops. Spot lock and see how the boat turns. So if I spot lock and it turns me this way, I might be able to drift right there, or to fish right here, right? So we'll see. Obviously we don't want to smash the motor. It's usually never a good sign. Remember, spot locking under a bridge is not an exact science, okay? So we're going to move us up a little bit. Wow, my spot lock is not working. Something's going on here. Okay, guys, so this is real time. You hear those multiple chirps when I try to jog forward or side to side or backward while in spot lock. Those multiple chirps mean I'm failing. There's the motor, trolling motor's GPS jog feature is failing, and it was actually coming off of spot lock. So you can't panic, right? You gotta roll with the punches here. Turns out the navigational puck The GPS puck that's used specifically for the spot lock jogging feature was not illuminating, wasn't coming on via Bluetooth. So process of elimination, checked connections, pulled the fuse, everything looked good, put the fuse back in, and we were back in business. Spot locking over bridge, guys, not an exact science, and can be problematic at times. Can be very problematic. So we're gonna come in and knuckle. We're gonna try and come in and knuckle, maybe out the shell. But we're not casting, so I don't know that we need to come out of shell, but we'll give it a shot. Come in and knuckle. Man, these shells are tough. Trying to come out of shell here, doesn't want to do it. There we go. Okay, got some chum. Throw some chum down there, right? A couple schools of thought with the whole chum thing. You're getting the small fish to come up, and you're causing problems with them. But the same token, I think we're good. Shut the big motor off. Let's see what kind of current we're dealing with. Yep, we're still dealing with some current here. Dude, guys, there's some big fish splashing behind me. You're definitely still dealing with an incoming current. So just like the last time I was out here, I'm going to have to wait this out. It turns out the fish that were splashing behind me were actually little cocktail blues, little tiny little blue fish. And they were just gorging at the buffet table on spearing and minnows. And this current is still honking. This is the top of the tide, but because of this northeast blow, the full moon, the hurricanes that are offshore, the water is still coming in and coming in strong. So the tide times, you just got to wait them out until everything slows down. But the water is filthy. Right here, and I'll be honest with you, I'm starting to think my scale was off. Because I got, other people are posting it, 10, 11 pounders. And I'm like, man, mine looks just as big. I think, you know what, I think you're right. And like a dummy, I was so like charged up, I never measured it. Yeah, I think it was over, but it is what it is. I'll tell you what, that was crazy. That was epic, because it was whatever's buried in here, it was under it, not once, but 3 times. But they got a lot of bait jumping. It's always good. Kid pulls up on his jet ski. He actually had his little dog on the jet ski too. It's pretty neat. But he pulls up on the jet ski. It's obviously a fishing rigged jet ski. And, not for nothing, I invited him to pull up right where I was at. I don't care. Not my bridge. Pull up and fish. We had a little conversation. He asked what I was catching, what I was trying to fish for. I told him about the YouTube channel, the sheep's head, the tog. And I told him, pull on up, man. I don't care. You want to snuggle up in here? Have at it. Guys, I have a good buddy of mine that I work with. He's now captain of a major police department in my area, Jason Gittens. And he always used to say, pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. And, don't be a pig about it. Pigs get fed. If you want to be a pig, you want to do this, do that. All right, go do your thing, right? But hogs get slaughtered. Don't be a hog. Like, there's no reason to be a hog about things, right? Does that make sense? But this current is still kind of cooking. Not as bad, but we got a little breeze with the current, so we'll see. Give it a shot here. Worst case scenario, we don't catch anything, we start flounder fishing on the outgoing. Just gotta be careful I don't slam into anything here, that's all. But yeah, this water is still moving. It's slowing down. I think it's going to start coming out before it totally settles. It's definitely still moving here. Definitely is still a lot of current. I'm not going to string anybody along. This was a bad day of fishing. Look at that water. It's brown.
it's running still way too hard, well past what was supposed to be, you know, high tide per se. And I wasn't getting a nibble. How you don't get a nibble on a piece of crab is beyond me. But I didn't get a nibble until later on, and it was nothing to speak of.
Get in this corner. Oh boy, that's not good. Thanks for the wake. God almighty. Push off the bridge. Don't want to be scuffing up the off course. I think the tide has just about settled. There's a lot of fish jumping around. The hell? Whew, man, she was coming hard to the left there. Let's go, buddy. What are you doing? Okay.
So I'm just working my way back along these pilings, and I'll just, you know, jog backwards. Jog back 5 feet, jog back another 5 feet. But I'll tell you, I covered some ground here, and it was some successful ground in previous fishing trips, but to no avail.
Let's work that water column down, guys. All right? I don't have a flipping switch, but I can definitely reel backwards, right? On my spinning reel. Man, all sorts of spearing. A ton of snapper blues banging around in here. Just if you go to set the hook, right, and you have your bail on free, you know, where you can reverse it. You know as well as I do, you need to make sure you hold on to the handle then if you're going to set the hook. Alright, see if this can pull us in a little bit. Easy, buddy, easy. Take it easy. Alright. Still got a bunch of stuff in there. Not like you've been sucked clean. I don't know, guys. I'm trying. Oh man, I'm losing my angle here. All right, just don't hit the bridge. God. All right, let's see what was going on down there. How bad of a touch was that? All right, God, minor. Whatever it was, there were micros. Girl, B Stav Fishing Nation, we're gonna do a little flounder fishing. and keep it close to right where we were at. See what wants to. What wants to chew. So I'm doing something a little different. I don't normally do. I put a piece of crab on the top hook instead of a piece of gulp. What the heck, I cut up two poor crabs. I feel bad, cut up 2 crabs. Might as well put them to use. Poor guys.
So I made one drift. I had crab on the top teaser hook, which I never do. Figured, what the heck, let's see what's down there. There's been a lot of sea bass, kingfish, and whatnot. And I had one tail bitten off of my gulp, and that was all she wrote. So I'm going to cut this video short because there's nothing to watch. No fishies, no nets going over, no fish on, nothing.
All right, B Stav Fishing. Guys, I packed it in. I'm not going to lie. I seriously packed it in, and I'm like, you know what? I ran into a guy on one of the channels, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just
yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
let me give it a shot here. What's the worst we can do, right?
All right, Doc. I'll talk to you later.
What's the worst we can do? Oh man, tell me you're not a fisherman without telling me you're not a fisherman.
What a bozo move. That was actually dangerous. You see how close he got to that other boat that was fishing? I'm telling you, some people, they buy boats and they have zero clue as to the rules and etiquette, safety. It's dangerous. It's downright dangerous.
All right, B Stav Fishing. Giving it my best shot here. Kind of last hurrah, I was calling it quits, and then I figured, oh, what the heck? Let me take couple more drifts here. But man, this breeze is definitely stronger than what it was predicted on all my apps. Coming out of the east, although it did say it was going to kick up to about 9. So one app definitely contradicted a computer site, that's for sure. So you know, it's like a gamble. Which one do you put all your eggs? Which basket do you put all your eggs in, right? You sincerely don't know until you're actually standing in the boat on the water, you know, seeing what it's actually doing. But I've had a couple little hits back here. Nothing to shake a stick at. Nothing that would make me say, oh boy, here we go. But you never know. In fact, I did have a hit there. Let's make sure we have tails. We have tails. Yeah, I'm not feeling very confident. And just one of those days. Listen, after a big blow like what we had, whatever else is going on, you know, out in the ocean.
Well, B Stav Fishing Nation, it wasn't for lack of trying. I gave it my best shot. I've never caught a fish sitting on my couch or not going down to the boat. So, it is what it is. But you know what? I still love being out there, even if I'm fishing in chocolate soup.
Alrighty, B Stav Fishing Nation. Unfortunately, nothing came over the side. We tried. I kind of figured it was going to be tough today, especially once I saw how bad the water looked, how dirty it was, and all the reeds, salt grass and whatnot that's actually been pushed in, blown in, and actually surrounding my dock. So this water, it looks like canoe water. It looks like chocolate milk. We gave it a shot. Listen, I can't catch a fish sitting on the couch, right? So some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield, some days you're the grub, some days you're the flounder. Today I was the grub. But I'm here. I'm in the salt air, and we'll see what the next time brings. All right, guys, spread the word, Thunderbird, like, subscribe, get your friends to join the B Stav Fishing Nation, say your prayers to the man upstairs, get your butts off the couch, go fishing. Thanks, guys and ladies.